Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. The state legislative auditor says there is a need to improve mental health services.
A report released today says there needs to be more treatment options in the community, but specifically in jail. The Hennepin County Sheriff testified to a Minnesota Senate committee that 1/3 of inmates booked into Hennepin County Jail are mentally ill. He says the jail is not equipped for treating mental illness, but for some, it becomes their only option.
And meanwhile, they stay and they stay and they stay.
Hennepin County Sheriff Rich Stanek is one of many voices testifying before a Senate committee that something needs to be done about mental illness.
For some, they're incompetent but do not present a danger to themselves or others. We consider these the gap cases. For low-level offenders, often the charges are dropped at this point, but they never get treatment for their mental illness. Many wind up right back where they came from, no better than when they were arrested in the first place.
Others wind up staying inside jail, unable to stand trial.
Often we see inmates in jail for months and months and months. Some stay even longer than the time they would have served for their underlying crime, except that they're still presumed to be innocent and they've never been competent to present a defense. That is a real problem. That is what we face every day running the jails across this state.
A state auditor's report called for more treatment options and streamlined judicial processes for people with mental illness, but it did not outline a specific plan.
There isn't really any mechanism to provide the help for them.
Senator Chris Eaton of Brooklyn Center came to the table with her background as a nurse treating mentally ill patients.
Somebody with that level of mental illness doesn't necessarily know they need help. Their reasoning is not at the best level and they're not making the best decisions in their own best interests.
She and several other senators talked about action, a possible task force to address mental illness and treatment in the state.
I seriously hope that we get their rights taken care of. They are innocent. They don't deserve to be sitting in jail for weeks on end.
The report also pointed out that when someone mentally ill is taken into custody, there are two options, jail or a hospital. Sometimes the patient doesn't need to be hospitalized, and other times hospitals don't have the beds or security available to handle aggressive patients.